All right, Corey, it
All
looks
right.
like we are on the right day, the right time.
It's Friday's Eve, and hey guys, we're here with you. What do you do? How can you help you? How can you help yourself? If you're struggling right now with sales strategies for products and services that you might be selling, then hey, we have the answer for you with $1 million sales strategy with Miguel Turner. He's a star salesman. He's going to talk about how he rose from the ranks of stock clerk to star salesman, and to start is use those same sales strategies in his own business, sports entertainment. So that's all happening in this 1 hour, the best 1 hour of your day. This talk show, we're going to be talking to you, our home team audience. We're going to be doing two great giveaways, including a buy one get one free, a free trip to a professional football game. And all along the way, we'll be introducing you to our fabulous guest, Miguel Turner, in addition to our plant-based treat. So, with that being said, we are ready to get this Friday's Eve started on Blind Guy His Wife That Life. So let's start the show with our Real Talk with Intabi Design
Let's
intro.
go.
It's another episode of A Blind Guy.
It's white.
Hey everybody, I'm Corey the Blind Guy.
I'm his wife, Laquita Marie.
Together we let you enter our life
Live.
every hump day. Bang, bang, to Friday. That's Wednesday.
Thursday,
Friday at
11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And on this 1 hour talk show, we have fabulous giveaways and we have our plant-based treat. And we talk to you, our home team, in the live chat all along the way as we introduce you to fabulous guests to help change your narrative of normal when it comes to your health,
Your business.
and your wealth. So today's fabulous guest is no exception to the fabulous guest room. We're going to introduce him in a moment. But Queen Marie, what's going on with our home team out there?
Well, we've got people in the chat that are definitely interested in $1 million strategies. We've got David Hunt.
Hey, Hunty boy up there in Massachusetts.
Now, David Hunt is chit-chatting with Rambo Green Hands.
Rambo in the UK getting the garden slugs off his kohlrabi.
Yes.
Two Caribbeans that fight for the price of one.
Yeah, Rambo is Jamaican. David Hunt is Trinidadian, but he's saying hello to JBWR.
Hey, JBWR, one of my favorite sponsors.
Absolutely. So JBWR does have hashtag the home team in there. The first person in the chat was Best Yet Journey.
Hey, Best Yet Journey, how are you doing out there in South Cackalack?
Yeah, and Trash Can was like, "Is this the one today?" Yeah, we had the wrong date. We fixed it because we know that everybody is wondering what kind of strategy do I use? What is a good sales strategy? Well, today's guest is definitely going to let you all know. Why did David Hunt say he was first when Best Yet? Anyway, so let's see. Gail at Night, thank you for being here. We appreciate you encouraging people to hit the
night moderator queen.
Yes, hitting the like button is very important. And our favorite moderator is here.
PWJ in the house.
Absolutely. Greeting everyone as they come in. So G Mama Grows.
G Mama Grows is here. Thank you for joining us, G Mama.
So I say, because we have Professor Black Ops in the room.
Oh, out there in the Midwest eating his grits, sugar in his grits, and drinking Mountain Dew pop.
Yeah, I say we go ahead and bring in our strategist, because Trash Can Wave says we're one day in the future. Today is the 15th. Don't worry about it. Yes, tomorrow is the 15th. Last Year's Journey. See, you talk about money and all the millionaires show up.
Hey, Last Year's Journey, another Jamaican in the house.
Let's get our guest in here.
So we're going to bring in Miguel Turner to come in and say good morning to our home team. Come on in, Miguel.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. It's great to have a new day upon us. It's good to be here.
All right. Well, Miguel, we're going to be talking to you about your $1 million sales strategy. We say $1 million. You have risen the ranks from stock clerk to salesperson using lots of different strategies. And you also use those same strategies to run a successful sports entertainment travel business. Mm-hmm. So tell everybody a little bit about the sports entertainment travel business.
No. We don't want to know about that. We want to know how we can make $1 million in sales. Just give us the tips. Give us the inside scoop. What really works? Because, people say, this is it. There's all these different pieces of information out here, seminars, courses, webinars, videos. What really works? Anything that you want to say that has really worked for you, so that, the sales strategy continues to be a success for you? I've been to your house. I've seen your cars. I ain't gonna tell all your business. I'm gonna just say you're living good. So tell us, because the Jamaicans are listening. Trash Can says, Lashes Journey, Jamaican deep pockets. Because she's Jamaican too.
I gotta say, God is good. God has shown me so much, and I just bless God for vision. I bless him for listening, and that's probably the biggest thing when it comes to sales strategy is listening. It's so important to listen. A lot of people in the sales industry, they're so busy talking and talking and talking, and they're not listening. You have to listen at all times, because a customer could be telling you, you know what, I don't like that color, I don't like that style, and you still showing the same color, the same style. And next thing you know, the customer's like, you know what, we're just not connecting. I'm just going to leave. And then you wonder why they're leaving, because you weren't listening. So that's the biggest thing that I learned as I had to learn how to listen. As a stock clerk, I was moving furniture around, wrapping furniture, preparing the sales floor for the other associates when I was a stock clerk. And in my downtime, I used to just watch the other sales associate. And I just was like, wow, they are really missing the boat. They're missing the boat. At that time, I didn't even think about selling, but I was just using my downtime, just kind of just having fun. Right. And next thing you know, I was in a small store. The sales staff was down, and they was like, "Hey, Miguel, you mind completing some orders?" And I was like, "Is it that hard?" And they was like, "No." So I learned the process how to complete a sales order. Back then, we had handwritten orders. You didn't type everything up like now, so we had to handwrite it. I had to key it in, and eventually, I ended up taking payments in the same store as a stock clerk, which was a whole new experience.
So all of this was hands-on, because thank you, Gail at Night. She's got your Facebook link there. So that way, if people want to go and see how you are, like Corey mentioned, you have sports trips. People can travel with you. For 11 years straight, you've had a successful business doing that. Derek Waldo is listening in.
Hey, Derek Waldo.
Yeah. So which
NYC, right?
Derek Waldo, I think he's at NYC. Yeah. Hey, good morning to you, Derek. And that is Derek for real, y'all. That's his real muscles. I happen to know something about Derek. Derek is one of my favorite people, other than Philip Waldo. But anyways, you were doing hands-on sales. So you're saying, okay, as a stock clerk, you were watching other people. But you claim that all we got to do is listen. I don't believe that. I look, even though I'm not the one with the $1 million sales strategies.
And that strategy works across industries. As I was saying before, you have a successful sports entertainment travel company, and you're using the same techniques. You're listening to what it is that your customers are saying about what is it they're looking for in that experience. So,
but I think there's another secret you keeping away from us, because look, Mr. Riley's World is in here saying West Side. Good morning, everyone. He's in California. Lashes Journey, I guess she knows what to do. This is why she's the millionaire. She says, I'm here listening. I'm telling you, listening is not it. The millionaire says, I'm here listening, because your point is listening truly is one of the sales strategies. When you listen to your client, then you service their needs and it serves you. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. When you greet a customer, one of the first things you say is, how you doing? Welcome. And you ask them for their name. And sometimes they'll say, we're just looking. That means the name is not important at that time. They want to feel comfortable in that environment. And it's my responsibility to understand, listen, and sit back and let them feel comfortable coming in and observe. So listening, observe, and then reapproach when the time is right.
Okay. So now we're getting into the thick of things. That's what I wanted to know. Okay. Because when you reapproach, I know that you said, I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but people really want to know what's the answer. People don't want to do the work. They just want to know the things, right? Philip Waldo and they're giving all our information, talking about Trash Can. Derek is my first cousin. No, he's my first cousin. Anyways, so back to what you were saying. When you getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, you said that you would do special things for your customers as they became your customers, because you started off as a stock clerk, not thinking about selling, but you were listening. You were listening to how other people were being treated. And then once you saw that, oh, okay, I've got customers, I'm now a salesperson, you would extend a lot of different things to them. So tell us a little bit about that, because these are the soft skills, and y'all, this is a secret we're giving you early. These are the soft skills that create that sales strategy. Black Heights, Advancing Your Career. He's a gentleman, a friend of ours, one of our sponsors as well. He talks about this all the time.
Heights.
Yes, he's in the tech industry, but it really doesn't matter.
The brother's 6'20" in the tech industry.
You know, a lot of people, they say anyways, the whole point is, he says it's the soft skills. Tell us the soft skills that you do, all of the different things, from the birthday calls to shopping where they live and all of that.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things is, we live in a credit world, and 90% of the work that I do is credit applications. And I take that credit application, I log in addresses, date of births, and I do that time and time again on a daily basis. I probably do about 3 to 4 credit applications. And one of the things I thought of, I said, you know what? I have this information. What can I do with it to connect with my customer other than calling them to ask them, do they want more furniture? That's the last thing people want to talk about when they're making a payment from the first 3 to 6 months. You don't want to have to connect with that customer, over connect with that customer the first 3 to 6 months because they're trying to adjust to that payment. So one of the things I started doing is I start logging in their dates of birth, and I start calling them just to wish them a happy birthday. I wouldn't mention furniture at all unless they brought it to the table. And then it opened the window to talk about furniture again. Oh, you know what, by the way, my mattress is sleeping good. My sofa's still doing great. Man, we're just having a great time. We watched the game on it, had a bunch of people over, and as they say,
I see where you're going with that. Yeah, I watched the game on my new. So you know what? We got a trip going to a professional football game in 3 weeks. Let me say
you know something.
So it all ties together. And then what you're saying is, listen to your customer and be kind to your customer. Just call with no strings attached. And it works out because, like you're saying, they will finish that conversation of whatever else they want to discuss. You didn't have to initiate it at all. Now, earlier, Rainbow Green Hands, he said, I always listen to the customer. They buy your product. So when he's saying they're buying your product, so you need to listen to them, you were on the sales floor. So is there anything in particular that you would hear that would lead you in a direction of, oh, this is the way they need to buy? Because like you're saying, some people needed credit, some people didn't. Some people didn't even realize that your store extended credit to everyone. So is there anything in particular that you were
listening for?
Listening for.
One is if they ever been in before. There's only so much you can say to someone if they already been in. But if they never been in before, you in the sales industry, you always have a story. The story could be about exactly who you work for, how long you've been there, and exactly the products and services that we provide. Because if you can't explain exactly what you do, people are going to walk in, as we like to say, they make a circle and walk right back out. So you got to be able to have a story. If you don't have a story, I like to extend the idea that the customer can be comfortable, because I've been in the same company for 27 years. That speaks volume. That speaks that I'm trusted, not just by the company, but I'm trusted by a lot of people. And that's how, I became a mass producer in $1 million sales and multiple times. I've probably been over in a year's time, over 10 times, maybe even more, consecutive $1 million writer for my particular company.
Nice. So longevity does make a difference, because your experience really shows that you know what you're doing. We recently had a banking dinner with different bankers and investors, and that's one thing that they were advising us. They said, if you go into a bank and you're trying to start a business relationship with that bank, and the person that you're talking to says, oh, I've been here less than a year. So they say, I've been here 6 months, 8 months, 4 months, whatever. He said, take their card, but ask, well, who else here in the bank manages this? Or who else would you work with? And he said, go to that person. Don't, because that makes a difference, your experience. So, all right. So far, everything that you're telling us, we can all implement. Anybody can implement this, right?
Absolutely.
Very simple. Go ahead. You said very simple. That's simple to you, but some of us are like, wait a minute, where do I start? Like, we literally scratching our heads, and you're saying start with listening.
One of the biggest things I learned And that was from the stock perspective in sales on a day-to-day basis. Treat people how you want to be treated. You know, very simple concept. If I come in there and I'm a little tight-lipped about something, or you know, if I'm not real comfortable about spending my money, you know, I want that person to sit back. And sometimes I observe that with some of the customers that come in. You know, one customer normally makes if they're making a buying decision by themselves, they need more attention. If you got two customers that's coming in together or more, they got somebody to help them already. You just got to know when to chime in and which person you need to talk to more, because one of them is the aggressor. Sometimes you have to sit back and identify that. So, you know, I just try to sit back and observe and listen, because if you can't talk to them, because some people want their space, you got to watch them. That's why you never sit down, especially when you're doing direct sales in a sales environment with a roof over your head. You got to watch after you start, if you can't listen, because some customers won't let you talk to them at all.
Right. You know, so this is good stuff. We got everybody in here chiming in. Philip Waldo Jr. That's all, Miguel. Only over 10 times over $1 million.
I was trying to be nice about it. I didn't want to be bragging too much. But if he wanted to get some real numbers, I'd probably say about 17 to 18 times, honestly.
Right. It makes a difference. Now, anybody know this? You know, Trash Can Waves Court. I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know.
Where I'm being is where I'm trying to go. Speaking of where you're trying to go, we stick and stay, because at the end, Miguel will be giving away a free trip. We'll explain the details to a professional football game through his Uplift sports entertainment travel business.
Now, we do have Gail at Night dropping the link to that next trip. So that way, if you all are wondering what it's all about, we already told you earlier. For 11 years in a row, he has been doing these trips. He's going to tell us about advertising, where you can advertise. I don't know if y'all can see that numbers, but I see $70 and I see some football helmets. So it's an attractive deal, but
yours truly will be there on the bus.
Oh, Corey's going to be there. Well, what about Wally? Because Wally is in here and Welsh Wifey is also in here.
Hey, Velizi Uche.
Yes, Velizi Uche.
Wale, Uche bang bang.
And so that's her other channel, basically. Velizi Uche. The Everyday Life of an OCD chick. Nikki is here. Yes. So they're all listening in. If you have not put in hashtag the home team, do so, because we are about to go to that segment next.
All right, Miguel. What we're going to do is we're going to pop you backstage, and so that you can go to the virtual green room.
Take a quick break.
We got some virtual vino, some software soft salsa, and some computer chips for you. And I heard there's a beautiful woman back there just waiting to give you a full body massage while you wait.
Well, you know, while you're back there, also do what Philip Waldo Jr. said. Take your right hand, reach across your left shoulder, and pat yourself on the back. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, because God's construction is watching. Thank you, Mr. Riley, for putting in hashtag the home team. We'll see you soon. Okay, Miguel?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Guys, we're talking about $1 million sales strategies and how you can win the sales game, no matter whether you're selling product services or if you're trying to promote your YouTube content. This is the show for you. So stick and stay.
Yeah, Cassandra South Fulton Gardens, stick and stay. Make sure you also put in hashtag the home team right now, because we're about to do the first place pony giveaway.
How can you be part of the home team? Remember, this broadcast is powered by StreamYard and by viewer support by members like you. You can be down with the home team by remembering to bum rush the button.
Thumbs up. And of course, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, you can always head over to blindguyhiswife.com. We also have a lot of our sponsors scrolling along with that. What happens when they head over there?
When you head over there, you can you can go and check out, the Three Little Pigs remix.
Well, actually, there's a library of things right now, but definitely the Three Little Pigs remix is there. Also, Safari, our
faith-based audio story.
Yes, any of these audio stories you can download and check out. You can check out right here on the site. So I'm sure you see the plaque right behind us. That one is from Safari.
Create your own portable parent library. You can get a great, have an emotional uplift, as the Queen likes to say. You can actually get yourself a calm car ride if that's what you're looking for. You can actually have an interesting bedtime story, just some great conversation starters. This is what it's all about when you download any of our audio stories from our portable parent library.
All right, so Corey, let's go ahead and give them a sneak peek at today's plant-based treat so Miguel can come back.
I gotta do this.
You gotta do what?
When you're at blindguyswife.com, do what Antoine Wade did, do what JBWR did, and click the green coffee cup so she can say,
what you doing?
And I can say, girl, you know what I'm finna do.
Wait, Moments with Culty is here. I got another Nigerian, and you know Welsh Wifey and Belize Uchi are Nigerian, so boom, I'm Nigerian.
Now you still down because David Hunt trash can, David Hunt, Lash's Journey, and Wally. So you're 3-2.
Y'all just put in hashtag home team.
So remember, click the green coffee cup so she can say,
what you doing?
And I can say, girl, you know what I'm finna do. I'm gonna run downstairs like Antoine Wade after he locked his wife out of the house, and then I'm gonna stir it like coffee.
Absolutely. While you're there at Blind Guy, his wife, click the green coffee cup. Corey has been blind. He cannot see. His eyes don't work for the past 25 years. So when you click the green coffee cup, you can support this production. 1 coffee, 3 coffee, 5 coffees. We always type in 25 since he's been blind over 25 years. Leave your name, say something nice, join the team, and you can see who else has purchased coffees as well. So let's get on with it, Corey. These folks are ready for this plant-based treat. Yes. Lashes says this is good stuff. Definitely Lash's Journey. You know, just as well as anyone else that when we are when we're talking about money, it's always good stuff, right? Gail at Night says Quita was trying to run from the bang bang. She know how it goes. I know I was trying to bring up Moments with Carty, all my Nigerian friends. Anyways, it is time, yes, Nikki, for the plant-based treat. Just a sneak peek because we want you all to eat fruits and vegetables at every single meal.
We're not vigilantes.
We are not fruit hoodlums.
We're not plate popo, mealtime Marines, or suppertime security guards.
None of that.
We are just plate advisors.
And we're advising you to eat fruits and vegetables at every meal. That's what the doctors would tell you. That's what everybody would say. It's good for you.
And in honor of the theme of sports and entertainment, since Miguel's Uplift company does a lot of sporting event trips, we got something that will go great on a sporting event tailgate party.
Here it is.
Sandwich Seitan. It's a plant-based deli meat.
Red Cap.
Pete, but now it's time to saddle up and ride in the first place pony drawing. If you haven't entered hashtag the home team, enter hashtag the home team, type that into the comments.
Do not put in hashtag plate advisor like Wally. He just hopes there's no okra in that food. Now Lashes is coloring her hair. She will see the chat after this, but she's listening. I think you already put in hashtag the home team, so you might win. Thank you, God's Construction, saying we always bring the good information. Speaking of good information, I say we bring back
Miguel Turner.
Yes, welcome back, Miguel. How are you in the green room? Did you make it?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm great.
Well, Miguel, while we're doing people are entering hashtag the home team for the first place pony drawing. And remember, if you win, then if there's a channel or link that you're going to have, then Gail will drop your link if you are the winner of the first place pony. But Miguel, I'm going to talk about stock clerk to salesperson. You've given us a little bit of insight on how that happened, but tell us how your journey went from being in the halls of Montezuma and the shores of Tripoli to being a stock person, then actually losing that job and then getting hired back as by the same company to become one of the star salesmen. It's kind of like, let's see.
So it's basically tell us about how you had a chance to really watch.
Well, I had a good analogy.
Okay.
It's kind of like when Washington was the Redskins, Doug Williams, he was a starter, then he got benched, then he came back and won the Super Bowl. How did you pull that off in the world of sales? So tell us about your journey from the Marine Corps to the star salesperson.
When I got out of the Marine Corps, I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. When I was in the Marines, I was in infantry. All I did was shoot weapons and run around in the woods. And I didn't want to be a policeman. I didn't want to be a state trooper. I didn't want to mess with guns anymore. So what led me is I ended up going to the post office. I passed the test and everything. But the post office didn't call me till 4 years later. So in the meantime, I was like, I need to do something. And one of my cousins said, you know what? I work at this place here. And, maybe I can just get you a job, just something to get by until you get something more solid. And I was like, well, I got a family. I got to do something. So I started working at this place as a stock clerk. And I coached a little football at the time as well. But when I got this full-time job, I was just so excited. And as I was a stock clerk for about a year and a half. And
so is that the time that you were really observing how other people were operating as salespeople? Is that where you really got a chance to, kind of see what worked, what didn't work?
Absolutely. I was able to observe so much. I was in an area that a lot of people that I knew, so that kind of helped build confidence on the back end. I never knew I was going to be in sales, but as you develop relationships, even on the stock clerk end, people are like, wow, how come you don't have your own truck? How come you don't do deliveries? And I'm like, no, that's not me. But lo and behold, things was working. God was making a way, and when I didn't even think about it. So as a stock clerk, I began to help out in the sales perspective, and ultimately I had a setback. I got fired. I ended up getting fired on my birthday. Mm. And I was like, man, I wanted to leave early, but not at 10 o'clock. I just got here at 9.
Right. Moments with Carty. She was saying, wow, earlier. Now, this one is a really wow. Uncle G is also listening in, Audacity Dawning. And so getting fired on your birthday, and this is back in the day, like you said, I have a family. You said to yourself, I have responsibilities. I have to make things happen, right? You had a wife. You were looking at, okay, come on, let me get myself together. So getting fired, did you say to yourself, well, did you know at that time, I already know sales, even though I wasn't selling just yet? Did you have any idea that this might be your path? Or were you just like, oh, let me just see what's next? And then this did become your path.
I was clueless. I had no idea. I was clueless. About a week and a half went by, and I didn't know.
Wait, we just want to be sure now, because Nikki says the everyday life of an OCD chick, usually they do let you work the entire day and then they fire you, but you said they let you go early in the day before the shift was even over.
Oh yeah, they wanted me to enjoy my birthday.
Yeah, that's like getting fired on your day off, Philip said.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So go ahead.
So I about a week and a half went by, and the owner of the company, which I didn't know, said, first of all, I don't need a reason to fire anybody. This is my company. And I'm like, okay, why are you calling me? He said, but I heard that you did well helping out in the store selling, and I'm considering putting you on the sales floor. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no way you consider putting me on a regular sales floor. And next thing you know, the next week I started, I probably had 1 or 2 ties to my name. So I had to kind of conjure up a wardrobe and pick up some pieces from here and there. I was very aware of the thrift store at that time. I'm probably an innovator. But anyways, the first 3 months of sales in my store, I was a top sales associate. And I mean, the rest is history. I think at that year,
several $1 million later, the rest is history.
Oh man, the rest is history. It's just been good. I enjoy everything I do, and I recommend that anyone, if they don't get into sales, I would tell them to get into it at some level. Because we're all salesmen deep down inside.
Here's the thing: we're all salesmen deep down inside. You've got this sports trip that's coming up. The second giveaway is related to that. I know on your trip you do include food. Now, Mr. Riley was saying that does his whole grilled onion count from last night? Because it's right now for him it's 8:45 over there on the West Coast. I know that y'all break out the grill when you're there for these sports parties. It's a full experience. The bus ride, tailgating,
DJ.
Right. And look, Mr. Riley says a whole grilled onion is just a large sliced onion and not a whole onion. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, and speaking of sports, the other thing is, the people in here talking all types of trash. Wally said, sorry, Corey, but Washington is not finding their way back to the top. Now, Miguel, you are a Washington fan. You and Corey.
We didn't even say the new name. We just keep it where it is.
I'm riding with my Commanders. I love it.
Got it. All right. Well, G. Albert is here. He has the home team in there. I say we go ahead and do the giveaway. Trash Can Wave says grilled onions and mushrooms on a beef burger. Angus.
All right. So Miguel, the way we're going to do this, I'm going to make the horse race announcement. When I say bring, when I make the gate sound bring, you're going to say, and they're off. All right.
All right.
All right. Now, you know, Gail at Night is mentioning your sales strategy. He says nothing wrong with the thrift store. Do what you can now to get what you want later.
All right. There you go.
I love it.
So are you ready, Laquita?
Yes, because Gail at Night has it in there. The home team, Uncle G, Audacity Dawning also has it in. Hashtag the home team. Mr. Riley's World ain't going to win because he said, go Cowboys. And
yeah, that's a wrap for you, Mr. Riley.
Cowgirls.
Uh-oh. Look, this is supposed to be a sales strategy.
Cow turds.
We're trying to sell the Commanders. We're selling Commanders here.
So
now Miguel, QG Albert does say, question, I don't mind sales-ish, but really dislike pressured sales. Anything you want to say about that while we ignore Go Patriots from David Hunt and I pull up the giveaway? Pressured sales versus, you know, like you're saying, being friendly, being attentive, listening, those are the sales strategies that have gotten you to where you are. Pressured sales, is that something that you saw?
I saw a lot of pressured sales, but in 27 years, I'm not a pressured salesperson at all.
That's not what does it.
I have about a 95% rate of any employee that doesn't work with me anymore. They come back and buy from me because they know I'm not that person. And, you know, that's why it's so important to listen and observe, because if you do that properly, you don't have to put pressure. Most people that put pressure are intimidated by rejection. I'm not. I deal with rejection pretty well. And I understand that everyone doesn't buy that same day. People do have to come back. People do have to sleep on it. So they got to talk to their significant other. They got to get their finance in order. So that's one of the biggest things I learned is everyone doesn't buy that same day, and adjust your attitude accordingly. Some people come in my store and they say, I'm not buying today because they want to see you run off. I say, okay, well, you know what? That's good because I'm going to be here tomorrow too. I'm going to be here tomorrow and I'm going to be here next week. I said, and I tell folks now, you know, I'm kind of on the back end of my career. So I say I'm at least good for another 7 to 8 years. And I try to add light to the situation because people do got to measure. People do got to take account of their living space. And it's up to you to understand that. Because some sales associates feel if they can't make a sale right now, then they don't want to talk to them anymore. That's not me.
Right. I love it. This is good stuff. You know, David Hunt says, you heard it here first. The Patriots are going to the Super Bowl this year. And then related to what you were just saying, though, God's Construction says, I work for a cable company and I don't like the forced selling. Philip was like, yep, I remember those days. And God's Construction says, I need a sales class because look, for everything that you're saying, you know, these are things that anyone can apply, right? God's Construction can simply listen to them, leave them alone, find the aggressor and make sure that's the person you're talking to, because if they have the most say so in this decision, then address them more so. Or are you saying address the non-aggressor? Which one did you say?
Well, you want to address the aggressor because they already know that the person that's doing the buy-in or the person that's not making the decision is not going to talk that much. They're taking over. The aggressor is the one that's going to take over. So that's the one that you're going to talk to, you're going to mediate with. They're going to talk about the price. They're going to talk about what they don't want to hear from you and everything. So you got to be like, oh, okay, you're the one in charge.
Right. Now, Miss Judy K from South Africa is listening in, saying hello to everyone. So Judy, make sure you put in hashtag the home team. We're supposed to be doing the first place pony. We're doing it now. Trash Can says, pressure is walking through Walmart with inflation sky high and being harassed in the technical aisle while they're trying to get you to switch phone providers.
There you go.
Now, earlier though, he also mentioned that pressure bursts pipes or it makes diamonds, depends on how you work it. So good, very good comment there. Look, Trash Can, that's because that Walmart phone is $6,000. That's Philip saying that. So let's get on to it, because Wally keeps talking trash, talking about the Commanders will be commanded. He's saying, sorry, David, simply a no for the Patriots. Everybody's talking football because you also have a football trip coming up.
Yes.
All right. Miss Judy K is walking on the road watching. Oh, thank you so much. She says, I'm in the background. I ain't going to really chat too much. We get it. No problem. Just hang out right now because he's going to help us, our guest today, with the first place pony.
All right. So remember, Miguel, when I make the gate sound, when I say bring, when I make that gate sound bring, that's what you're going to say, and they're off. Okay?
All right.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another run of the Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life Live, First Place Pony Derby. All the jockeys have put in the home team, meaning they are mounted and behind the gates ready to ride. Miguel, when you whispered sweet nothings to Carla when y'all got back for your honeymoon, what did she say? Bring!
And the gates are off.
Oh, man.
Gail at Night, Moments with Carty, Everyday Life of an OCD chick. Her name was so long I can hardly say it. Rainbow Green Hands, Cassandra, South, JBWR, Gail at Night, Rainbow Green Hands, The Everyday Life of an OCD chick.
This came riding in on a broken down mule, minding mule, and still won.
And y'all know Nikki has an amazing garden over there at her house. If y'all are hungry, grocery shop in her yard. And she also cooks the food that she's growing. This is good stuff. Nikki has won look, she's saying, yay! She's in there excited. Now, here's the thing, Miguel. We got a nosy person that's always looking at people's background.
XDMC,
Right. Talk about, have I been editing this video too long, or does that background look familiar?
XDMC is giving what we call it almost a spoiler alert.
Right. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Some big projects that we're working on, but we'll give you some insight on that at a later date.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of congratulations coming in from Cassandra, South Fulton Garden, G Mama Grows. We also have Audacity Dawning. See, we got a lot of good sports here. We have God's Construction laughing, saying to Everyday Life of an OCD's chick, like, yay, and she's saying thank you. And even Mr. Riley's World on the West Side, he's not salty today, but you already know. Philip is saying, and now a word from
David Hunt.
And what did David say? Talking about what? No, he said, what did Janet Jackson say? We are a part of the Rigged Nation.
So, guys, Miguel, we're going to put you backstage while we take a brief coffee break. So if you need to get yourself a cup of coffee, you can do that right now.
Please, before you go, congratulate Nikki on your way out.
Congratulations, Nikki.
All right.
All right. So we will see you in a very short amount of time so we can finish out our conversation and get right to that giveaway of a free trip to the first. That's the first game of the season, right?
Yes, sir. First games, 9/11.
First game of the season at FedEx Field, free trip. So don't forget. And if you win and you're on the west side like Mr. Riley, that's too far from you, can always gift it to somebody that's local. We'll be working out those details as well.
We have it on the screen. Gail at Night has been dropping the link, and that link is in the video description. So good stuff. We'll see you soon. All right, Miguel?
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining on this episode.
No, it's time for the acceptance speech of the First Place Pony. I'd like to thank God for this wonderful award. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Nikki. Get it in, right? When you win, you win. Go ahead, Corey, because G. Albert isn't today Thursday? Why does your T say hump day? Let's go, Corey.
All right, guys. Well, it's time for a coffee break. Remember, this broadcast is powered by StreamYard and my viewer support by members like you. But it's also powered by our sponsors. We have members of our home team that have chosen us to say, hey, we want to make sure this content keeps getting out to those people that need it the most. So we like to say, this broadcast is brought to you in part by promotional considerations paid for by the following unmuted sponsors.
Thank you to our sponsors. We're in deep gratitude, always appreciating everything you do. And so we say thank you.
Supreme sponsors, David and Christine Brooks. Supreme sponsor, Dr. Linda Bailey Hayden of Elizabeth City State University. Supreme sponsor, JBWR. Check out his YouTube channel. Supreme sponsor, Black Heights, advancing your career. Check out his YouTube channel. Supreme sponsor, Tryon Palace of New Bern, North Carolina. Supreme sponsor, Youth Resiliency Institute. You or your company can become a sponsor. Visit blindguyhiswife.com.
All right, everybody. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors. And again, we got some continuing returning champions, JBWR and Black Heights. We thank you all for what you've done to make sure this information keeps reaching the people that need it the most.
Gail says, I love coffee breaks. Nikki got the Everyday Life of an OCD shit, got the coffee cup up there. That's what I'm saying.
Well, guys, this is another episode of The Blind Guy.
His wife.
Their Life Live. We're here for you every Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday at
11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Helping you to change your narrative of what you think it needs to be normal when it comes to your health,
your business,
and your wealth. And we do that by introducing you to fabulous guests all along this 1 hour talk show.
Y'all have already seen our guests for today, but it's time to bring them back.
And these are fabulous guests. There's no exception to the fabulous guest rule. When it comes to the sales game, this man is in the Hall of Fame amongst names like Doug Williams should be there, but he's not. Daryl Green, Art Monk. We'll even throw in a couple of the cow. Troy Aikman. Who's another good one? Sammy Ball from Washington history. All those great Hall of Fame quarterbacks. When it comes to the sales game, this guy has risen from the ranks of being like the towel boy to being the head coach and almost a team owner. This man has more championships in sales than the Patriots, and the Pittsburgh Steelers all rolled into one. If sales was WWF wrestling, he would have every belt around his waist that you could possibly have. It's time for today's special guest. He's a giant amongst men, but he ain't no New York giant. He is a commander in his own right. He commands the $1 million sales year after year after year. It's time to bring in Miguel Turner.
All right, the people have spoken. You
gotta
are
be ready to go to work.
Look, Nikki thought the show was over. She was like, oh, it's not over. Now, girl, that coffee break was just a coffee break so that we could get this finished. We want more information from Miguel today. Now, look, Philip is talking about Nikki because he's like, oh, I would show Nikki my favorite windmill technique, but she knows how to fight for real. Tell us about fighting for these sales, because Gail is dropping all the links to our sponsors and everything. We do appreciate that. She dropped the links for Black Heights, JWR. They both have YouTube channels. Check those out. But tell us, are we fighting for sales?
What are your $1 million sales strategies? You know, you talked about listening and observing. What are some $1 million sales strategies that you've incorporated when it comes to the company that you work for?
Complacency. You know, a lot of sales associates get very complacent, you know, especially if you have a big sale. You think, oh, it's over. No, you got to keep going, you know, because sales do get charged back sometimes. And you can, you know, you want to fight that system. You know, you get paid for something, and then the customer says, oh, you know what, I don't want it anymore. That money comes back from you in most places. So you just got to keep going. You can't stop. It's a continuous on and on and on and on. You can't stop. You can't leave early. You got to stay in the game. You know, you got to stay in the game.
So, you know, it's funny that you say stay in the game, because, of course, I don't know if that relates to your other business where you're doing these sports trips. Of course, Corey was doing the intro, and Wally was like, Salty Corey is throwing shade. David Hunt, speaking of staying in the game, not the Patriots. Wally, I didn't even mention my Steelers in this. So everybody's like so excited about their teams. Now, Mr. Riley's World on his channel, he's over there near the stadium where the NFL happened. So he's done coverage from people that performed in the Super Bowl and whatnot. So you know he's a fan. He says, Emmitt Smith, Drew Pearson, Michael Irving, say their names.
No. But Miguel, I know you said you're fighting the system of complacency so that you get that big sale, you don't get all happy, and then you just go coasting.
And Rambo Greenhands is echoing it, never giving up.
What else? What are some things that you incorporate besides listening and observing that have given you that $1 million sales strategy and that championship type of winning streak?
Understanding that as you provide your product, the best product is you. I mean, we talk about cars, you know, I sell furniture, we talk about houses, but your product the most presentable thing that you can provide to that consumer. The way you dress, the way you talk, you must be diverse. You know, some sales folks in the industry, they feel that they can only connect with certain people. I connect with everyone. I don't discriminate against race, creed, or color. We come to have fun, and we come to make sure that we present ourselves well. And at the end of the day, I represent God, and I represent my family, and I represent the company that I work for, and that's it.
Got it. You know, we have Gail is dropping your links, of course. Now, I like that you said you are the main. You're the main product, because we're not going to listen to Trash Can Waves then, because his business strategy is to hire a little person to work the floor so you can make yourself a big sale with small prices. So you're saying, nope. You're the one they want to see. And Philip is agreeing. Now that's selling. No. Now, Wally, he's going to remember this for sure. He'll be watching through, though, even though the commanders will be commanded. So he does appreciate your input. Tony Dorsett, Darryl Johnson, Roger Staubach. I just had to say those names from Philip, Corey.
No.
And look at Mr. Riley. Philip, you know what's up. Wait, what about Bernie Cassar, Mr. T, Doc Rock, T Dorsett?
Okay, how about this? Every name, I can sum up every name on the Cowboys roster by quoting the Tums commercial. Bum ba bum bums. Bum ba bum bum bums.
Anyway,
all right, so that being said,
I got one for him. How about Nate Newton?
Say that again.
What?
Nate Newton.
That's like a pain point to me, Miguel, because he was on the Redskins. They traded him to the Cowboys. He went 3 Super Bowls and he was a Pro Bowler. So let's not give them any credit that they don't deserve.
Yeah, that's an underliner for the Cowboy fans, for real.
So here's the thing. This is you. This was last year. Somebody posted and tagged you on Facebook where you had taken them to a game in DC. Here you all are in the stadium and having a great time. So no matter what, these trips are happening. They have been happening, like you said, for 11 years straight. Gail at Night is dropping the link. And I mention this because we're coming up to the top of the hour where soon we will be putting in the final hashtags.
Hashtag 2Uplift.
Oh, that's the number 2 and then Uplift. Okay, got it. So basically, the best product is yourself. Look at God's Construction. As they're sliding out of the chat, they're saying the best product is yourself. They're remembering that.
Now, the best product is yourself, and that translates to no matter whether you're in the sales game for a company or whether you're doing it for your own business with 2Uplift, the travel entertainment industry, Miguel. So what is it that you provide as far as what is the things that cross over from your sales job, your sales work at your company to the sales work of 2Uplift? What are you used to doing? What are some strategies that you're incorporating in both places that have led to success?
Well, first of all, the bus trip idea it came off of us planning a family reunion trip up to Philadelphia. I had to coordinate the whole bus idea and concept. I had to collect monies, and it went great. I had no issues whatsoever. So the only other thing that I had to do was buy tickets. And once I learned the concept of buying tickets, it was tough for a little while. I had to go up anywhere in a 100-mile radius to buy tickets because it was so different now. And I bless God, it is so much simpler because everything is online. But 2Uplift was really about just being able to extend a service to families and not have to individualize. It's not for just women. It's not just for men. It's for everyone. So we put the idea out there, don't drink and drive. That was one of the main missions is why drink and drive? And when you just get on the bus for a minimum cost. If you have tickets already, you only pay $70 to get to and from the game. We're going to feed you. We're going to put some live music in front of you as well by way of a live DJ. You can't beat that. And if you need tickets, we got the tickets for you too. All you have to do is understand, don't be compromised by doing all this planning. Let us do it for you.
So basically, your sales strategies definitely included safety. You were working off of that. It's a total package. Safety is involved because they don't have to worry about drinking and driving if they get there. Now, I know you all tell people you're not providing any drinks. You do provide soda pop, water, juice or whatever you have, but it's a BYOB situation. Bring your own bottle.
Buy your own beer.
Yeah, buy your own beer. And so
Right.
so you provided all of these things, and part of the sales strategy was, okay, safety, families, because like you're saying,
these are the benefits, because people always say features tell, benefits sell. So just like you were saying, you listen to your customers in your business, the furniture business. You said before that one of the features there, that one of the benefits is that they can establish or repair their credit. That's one of the things you mentioned. That's one of the things you said to us before.
Wait, you mean with the bus trip? Because
No,
Philip said, Miguel, you had me at Feeding Me, and Gail says, sounds like a winner, so they still on the bus trip.
Yeah, I'm going back. I'm going back to come forward.
All right, because Mitrell on the mission is here. So listen, we're going back to update you, Mitrell, just in case you missed anything. Nikki is loving it. I'm sure you will too.
So working in your industry that you work in, you like I said, you found you're selling the benefits again. That okay, yeah, the benefit is, the feature is easy credit. The benefit is that you can build and repair your credit, or build or repair your credit. But like you said, for the travel trips to the professional football games, the feature is that okay, they get to eat, ride, bus, and all that stuff. But the benefits you're selling is safety, is camaraderie, and ease of transaction. It's easy to get the tickets. They don't have to drive. They can stay safe, and they can really enjoy themselves.
Right.
So with all that being said, what are some of the other things we can expect from a trip to a program?
We don't want to know that. We want to know the sales strategy, because he's talking about
the sales strategies, that the benefits that you.
Oh, hold on a second, y'all.
We'll tie it all in together.
So what happened was, Corey, the video at the game, the audio started playing, right. And so we want to know how people, say for example, if somebody else wants to do bus trips, right. What is getting you more customers? What's the biggest thing?
What's the biggest selling point that you have?
Is it word of mouth? Is it your advertisements? What really is it that's helping with the sales of these trips?
That's so much. Word of mouth is so big. The business aspect of dealing with Cowboy fans is Cowboys do have the biggest fan base in the world, so I can't disregard that. I got more Cowboy fans that I network with and connect with than any other team. But word of mouth, we also go to social media, Facebook. We also use Craigslist. We also have flyers that we distribute out the Hampton Roads area, all 7 cities, if not 8. There's an 8th city out there, you can't forget them. We also put up big posters as well throughout the area. But word of mouth. Also, when I develop a good relationship with my customers at work, I can extend my flyers because the trust is already there. Trust is a big factor.
So you said when you build a good relationship with your customers at work, you're able to extend them the offer of, hey, I got another benefit for you. If you want to have a good time and you enjoy sports, then here's something for you. That's what you were saying, right?
Absolutely. Your character is on full display. And if that character is transferred over, it just can reciprocates back and forth. Sometimes I don't know if they're a furniture customer or a bus trip customer, but it all ties into one. It all ties into one.
This is good. So like you're saying, it's not one thing or the other. We do have to use those traditional sales strategy avenues of ads, like you're saying, as far as the posters, the eBay or Craigslist. I don't know, on Craigslist, right? You do Craigslist. That's right. Like the OG of advertising. Everybody is still on Craigslist. Like I found several vehicles, dealerships. I started on Craigslist, and then I went to the dealerships and was like, oh, okay, yeah. But I got to preview it on Craigslist. Now, Mr. Riley's World, he had to get it in there. We have a huge worldwide fan base. Since you mentioned the Cowboy, you meet a lot of Cowboy fans. Now, XDMC says the secret to a successful, not stressed man is having an awesome woman at your side. So I got a feeling you got somebody there because you said, I'm married. Look, you've been married for a long time. How long have you two been married?
30 years.
30 years.
All right.
Right. And So you're like, yeah, I gotta make sure I stay on my square. You got a wife, you got children, and you want to be successful, and you want your family to be successful as well.
And just so you can, just to qualify what Miguel was saying about the Cowboys and the largest fan base.
Well, wait, while they say them Cowboys still average though.
Well, I mean, they do have a large fan base because
that is true.
People don't really realize that around, no matter where you are in the world, that if you represent the Dallas Cowboys with the paraphernalia on your car, your clothing, whatever, you automatically get to park in all the handicapped spots.
You know what?
Without getting a ticket.
We're about to end this show, Miguel. So everybody, please put in 2 Uplift. Philip is saying the Commanders are known all over Virginia. So let's do this, Miguel. You've given us these sports income strategies so that this is how you've been able to, for over 11 years, you said that you also use the same bus company. You've only had 2 breakdowns in that 11-year span. So all of these trips have gone off without a hitch for the most part. And even when they did break down, you had another bus because you had that history. That trust, right, that you talked about, build up the trust. So you were able to finish the trip, get it back on the road soon, very soon. And the rest is history. You're making successful moves on all sides, your personal business, your furniture business, and they both support each other. Is that right?
Absolutely. The service that I got through the bus company, those 2 breakdowns, we got another bus in an hour and a half. We never missed a game through those 2 breakdowns. I even got discounts, from the setback, where we made sure all our people eat. We definitely make sure we eat, because there's nothing like not feeding someone before any event. If you don't feed them, they're going to be disgruntled. But it's been fun. The level of interest is high in the area, and we look forward to doing even more than just football. We look forward to doing so much more.
Now, I think the other part to that is, one thing that you said was, over all this time, you realized that one year you did 4 trips, and you said, wow, this is, I didn't realize how much trust people put in me, because you're handling so much money. Because like you're saying, you offer a total package so that if people want you to get the tickets, especially now that we are in a digital world, you don't have to drive 2 hours away to get tickets and worry about scalpers or whatever. Now you can show people exactly where they're sitting. So you're building trust. And for that reason, you're handling even more cash in this way. And between 4 bus trips over the year, I know you said it was one time up to $40,000 or $50,000 in that one year. And these were people that some of them you knew, some of them they just found you on Craigslist and they came through. So this is just a double check. Was that bus yellow? Because y'all would want to know what kind of bus y'all taking.
It's a 55 passenger.
Okay, 55 passenger and BYOW. Bring your own weed. I'm not sharing, XDMC says. Anyway.
You might want to get it while it's up there.
Might want to get it while you're up there. DC is the spot.
Can't bring it on the bus.
Don't bring it on the bus. Get it in DC.
Consume before you resume.
Right. So let's go ahead and do this final giveaway. Philip Waldo Jr. is telling G. Albert that's the color of the Commanders bus, and they give you a free soccer ball. All right, Miguel.
That's because the Dallas bus is.
I want to add a perk to that giveaway. I want to do 2. I decided to do 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Now,
I'm excited today.
Philip says it's louder in DC, Corey.
Oh,
that loud.
How do you know, Philip? But no, just to understand how this works, is the way that this works is, now I want to clarify that Miguel is going to give a free trip to a person who is under the age of 18 with a paying adult. Is that true?
That's correct.
All right, so we're gonna have 2 chances for a parent, or an uncle, or a grandparent to take a child, a deserving young person on a trip. So you're basically getting a buy one, get one. You're getting a BOGO. Buy one, get one. You're winning a BOGO. So these tickets valued. The package together is valued at $428. So
we got to hurry up because Philip is trying to block everybody with his wrench. All right, let's do it.
So Miguel, when I'm gonna count 3, 2, 1, and I want you to say "Go Commanders" after I say 1. Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Go Commanders.
All right. We got David Hunt, XDMC, Mr. Riley's World, Philip Waldo Jr., Everyday Life of an OCD Chick, David Hunt, Philip Waldo Jr., David Hunt, Trash Can Waves, David Hunt, G. Albert.
G.
What?
Albert.
And wait, why did he ask? Does that include the plane trip in the transportation gift? Good question, G. Albert, because I forget where you are located.
I think you on a FYOP, fly your own plane.
So let's do this again because I'm not sure where G. Albert is located. Thank you, Motrell on the Mission, for getting that in. Gail at Night has it in. We're going to go ahead and do one more giveaway so we can see who is going on this trip. All right. All right. So I'm just going to redraw, Corey. All you have to do is you two say whatever you two are going to say. And look at Philip telling him fly Ethiopian Airlines. David Hunt, you might win. We're going to do it again, David. You might win.
All right, here we go. Ready, Miguel? 3, 2.
Wait. G. Albert says he has family in the Dallas area. What that got to do with this trip? Hey, Richmond, how you doing? Make sure you put in #2Uplift. And Mr. Riley's World is congratulating G. Albert. Let's go.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Go Commanders.
All right. We got Everyday Life of an OCD Chick, David Hunt, Gail at Night, G. Albert, Michelle on the Mission, XCMC, Mr. Riley's World, Michelle on the Mission, Everyday Life of an OCD, Trash Can Ways, Mr. on the Mission, Everyday Life of an OCD, Gail at Night.
Hey! Now, guys, if you are not local, but you know someone that's local to the DMV,
or if you want to come on up,
Gail is
in Georgia, so
if
she
you
might
come
say,
to the game, then just let us know. We will definitely get you we'll put Gail at Night. We'll get your email address and we'll get G. Albert's email address and we will send that to Miguel.
Why tomorrow? Can I win another ticket? No.
And he will contact you directly through email. So definitely we will share that information with Miguel so that you can claim your prize. Or if you want to gift it to someone that you know is local to the DMV area that might want to go to the game, take a deserving young person to a game on a BOGO, we'll do that as well.
Trash Can Waste laughing. He's my Atlanta. Yep. This is some bull slick. That's Philip. We got to ask you the final question of the day because Gail at Night is bigging herself up, got the applause going. We need to ask you because we're at our 1 hour mark. The show is over for real right now, guys. Once we ask this question and show our plant-based treat.
Miguel, what fruits, vegetables, or whole grains have you eaten today or do you plan to eat today?
Today, I don't know what's on the menu, but I had some grits this morning.
Okay. All right, some grits. All right, that gets into that grain area.
Nice. There you go.
So, Miguel, we're going to pop you back into the virtual green room, but don't go anywhere. Just hang out with us for a while, and we'll talk to you when the broadcast officially ends, okay?
All right.
All right, Miguel, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Everybody's saying thanks for sharing today. That's Philip Waldo Jr. Gail at Night is also saying thanks, everyone. And Miguel is saying, I want to thank God for Miguel's charity and gracious gift. You are the man.
Miguel said that.
No, this is G. Albert.
Oh, G. Albert.
Yeah, I want to thank God. He got a whole acceptance speech. I also had grits today.
We should.
You know what? Richmond is congratulating everyone as well. And y'all know you can connect with him on Facebook as well. Thank you for dropping those links. They're also in the description. We'll see you soon, Miguel.
All right.
All right.
And now it's time for today's plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie.
Getting you to eat more fruits and vegetables at every single meal.
Sandwich Seitan. It's a plant-based deli meat.
Red cabbage, Brussels sprouts, spinach, carrots, onions, and garlic.
Simmer vegetables in a cup of water until tender.
So I just use a couple of pinches of thyme. That's about a half a teaspoon. I'll add a little smoked paprika. Paprika is a rich source of vitamin B6, prevents hair loss, and helps produce melanin. This particular adobo seasoning, so maybe like a half a teaspoon of this. This tastes like whatever they put in the packet of oodles of noodles, like the ramen noodles. Did add right here some roasted garlic. Red cabbage is high in vitamin K and manganese for strong bones, and Brussels sprouts, high in vitamin K, helps to clot your blood. You can taste it at this point just to see if you need to add anything. Vital wheat gluten, about a cup at a time.
Vital wheat gluten gives a meaty texture. It's very high in protein and iron, but don't eat it if you have wheat allergies.
Once it stretches, that's how you know this is ready to go.
Roll tightly, steam in water for 2 to 3 hours. Make yourself a super satisfying sandwich. It has fantastic flavor and is packed with fiber from the vegetables.
Tastes kind of like the ones you buy.
Oh, tastes kind of like the ones I buy.
It's really good. All the flavors together, the mustard and the mayonnaise and the lettuce, tomato, and the meat. Well, the plant-based meat. It's just like a deli sandwich that you would eat, like almost like salami.
The texture's the same.
The texture's the same as what?
I'm like ham. Ham or like turkey.
Okay. All right,
guys. You get those fruits and vegetables and whole grains in at every meal. But we want to thank you guys.
Speaking of fruits and vegetables at every single meal, Miguel is saying, great show, Miguel, but everyday life of an OCD chick is saying, I had some squash and zucchini. Y'all know she grew that in her garden. She had to freeze some because there were too many, they were really prolific. But David Hunt sometimes watches the plant-based treats just to see my measurements. Oh, wait a minute. Philip says, I'm 17 and a half, you're 18. Yeah, he is OLD, I thought.
Yeah, real OLD.
Busted. How she know how ham and turkey taste? Trash can waves. We just stopped eating ham and turkey back in 2020.
Right.
FYI for all the people. Corey, did you say, this is Philip asking, did Corey just say, just like tsunami? What did you say? Salami. You all definitely check out Miguel's next sports trip. Check him out on Facebook. Check Miguel out and how you can get these $1 million strategies under your belt to be just as successful as him. Tomorrow is another money-making day. We've got our very own
David Hunt is coming in to talk about the power of affiliate marketing, getting that affiliate marketing money.
Yes, he's a pro. He can show us how to list it, what platforms he uses, and all of those different things. And so, yeah, we've got some surprises for you as well. FYI, I just sent Miguel a Facebook message. Thanks again from G. Albert.
All right.
You have a great day as well, Nikki. Corey, how do we say goodbye today?
We're going to say goodbye to you the way that Miguel would say goodbye to someone that stayed too late at the game. And
what about great show and go Cowboys?
No.
That's not what we would say?
No.
Who do you think said that?
But Mr. Riley.
Yep.
We're going to say goodbye the way Miguel would say goodbye to all the Cowboy fans that didn't get back to the bus on time to get home. We're going to say deuces.
Deuces. Hold on. Whoa. We're going to have a celebrity guest, David Hunt in the house tomorrow. Yes. Oh, wait. Does this mean we got to say goodbye again?
Deuces.
Deuces.
Deuces.